In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make some quick and easy rabbit cake toppers. So we made these at Cake International over on the Saracino stand. Thank you to everybody that came along and made one. And if you didn't, don't worry, because obviously you can see how to make it here. I'm going to be using the Saracino pasta model, which is the modelling paste, so it sets nice and hard or fairly firm. And I'm even going to add a bit of the food colour into this one as well. Now, I don't want it black, I just want like a grey. Otherwise, if I was going for the black rabbit, I would have just used the black modelling paste on its own for this one. So I want to mix it in, giving it a good knead. Now you'll notice my paste looks nice and elasticy. This is what it looks like when it's been kneaded for a while. When you first get it out of the pack, it will be quite hard. You will have to knead it for a while or even stick it in the microwave just for a few seconds to help warm it up if it's very hard. Okay, so we're going to start with our body, and I'm going to take 35 grams of that modelling paste. And I'm going to roll it into a ball, and then I want to roll it into a little bit of a teardrop shape. Roll it firmly together to get rid of any creases and cracks. And I'm going to pinch it so it becomes more of a point at the top. If I have it fairly thin at the top there, that will become the neck, and I can hopefully insert that into the head a bit later on. Then I'm going to use my Dresden tool, and we're going to push in some lines so it looks like it's got like thighs, or the tops of its legs. The chunky back legs. So you go over it with the edge of your Dresden tool, and then I'm just gently running my finger along sort of the inner edge next to the body part. Then I'm going to add a line up the middle, or two lines, almost like a V shape. Just pressing a little bit deeper just there. And then that should give the impression of two front legs. Now obviously you can stick them on individually if you want, but this is quicker than rolling 4 legs and sticking them on. Just going to pinch a little bit off the top of that neck because I think it might be a bit too tall. Just bring it to a point again. I'm going to take about 1.5 grams of paste for each of its feet, or each of its back feet, which are the bigger ones, and I'm going to roll them into like a little sausage shape. I'm going to add a tiny bit of water onto the front of each of the back legs, and then we're going to just put in a couple of little lines on. I've got one end that's slightly thicker than the other end, so I'm putting them on that thicker end, just to create 2 simple little toes. Or 3 toes it creates even, and then we're going to press that onto there. Now you'll see I'm working with mine with its back flat against my work surface. You don't have to, you can work with it upright. This is just so that when I'm filming you guys can see easier. You can also see that if you prefer, you can use something a little bit sharper. So this tool here, I'm actually not sure what this tool is called, but it's got a slightly sharper end on it than my Dresden. So, play around, see which tool you think works best for the job. Whichever one's your favorite is the one you can use. Next, let's do our front feet. And I'm only going to need about 0.3 grams for each of these. Don't worry if you're not using the same amount as me, that's absolutely fine. Just go for like a small pea-size piece. We're going to go oval rather than round. And again, we want 2 little lines in the front of each one. And they're just stuck onto the front of those legs with water. Let's add it a tail. I've got about 2.5 grams here. Just going to stick it on with a bit of water. And it's just a simple ball shape that we're adding on there. Now for the head, I've got about 45 grams of paste for the head. And I'm just pressing it a little bit flatter, so it's not quite a sphere. It is a little bit flat on the back. You can, of course, put it in like a little flower shaper to hold it a little bit rounder at the back. Slightly narrower at the top of the head than at the bottom. And I'm just going to press my finger in lightly. Or you can use a tool about halfway down, maybe even just slightly lower than halfway down. This kind of creates above the nose area, makes the nose stick out a tiny bit. I'm going to use a balling tool. Now, the size of the balling tool will affect the size of your eyes. I've got a fairly kind of medium-sized one. I don't know the exact size of it. I apologize, guys. It's one of the chair out ones. You can use an FMM one as well. That will work fine. Obviously, the bigger the ball, the bigger the eye hole. And then let's draw in a mark where we want the nose to go. Now, you don't have to draw in where the nose is going to go if you don't want. It just makes it easier for me to see what it's going to look like if I put that in there. But you're fine to not put that nose in at the moment. You want the line that comes down. Definitely though, but if you don't put the top bit in, that's fine. And then we're going to come out with a bit of a kind of V shape or an upside down V. And you see at first it looks a bit sad while it's pointing downwards. So if you want to leave your bunny looking a little bit upset, it's fine. You could just leave the edge of the mouth coming downwards. If you want to make it look a little bit cheerier, curve it upwards towards the cheeks. And then it's going to make it look a little bit more like it's smiling. If you want, you can press a small balling tool just in the edge or the outside corners of the mouth. And then just gently rub over it with your fingers so it's not too much of a definite kind of circle shape that you've made. Now you want to take something pointy and push it in underneath the head. This is to create a hole that the point in our body will slot into. So the tool I'm using is, I think it's called a cone tool. Again, I'll put links below the video to everything I've used so that you know what the tools are and what they're called. If yours is very soft and it's squashing a lot, or you don't think it's got enough support, you can add internal support. So you could use something like a wooden cocktail stick. Just make sure you're using something that's food safe. And obviously, if you do put anything inside yours to hold the head on, just make sure that whoever is receiving this knows it's in there and they remove it if they're planning on eating it. Okay, so we're going to fill the eyes with some white modelling paste. So the amount of paste you use for the eyes is going to depend on the size of those eye sockets. The bigger the eye sockets, the more white you're going to need to use. Again, it's just the Saracino white modelling paste that we're using for this, so it should firm up fairly quickly as we're working with it. Okay, so we're going to take some really tiny pieces of pale pink, and I'm going to roll each one into a tiny mini sausage shape, and we're going to stick those on the nose area, trying to get a bit of a kind of V shape with them. And if you don't like this style nose, you can play around with different ones. You'll see in my video playlist, I have got a huge selection of different bunny rabbit cake topper tutorials. So if you want to have a look at the different designs, different ideas, check out the other rabbits in my collection as well. They're all fairly simple to make and they just look like completely different characters, even though they're all rabbits. So I've just stuck 2 little balls of black in for the pupils. I've flattened them down to make them flat discs. Obviously, if you've got a small circle cutter, you can use a small circle cutter for this, that's absolutely fine. I was too lazy to go get one out of the cupboard, but for me, just rolling a ball, squashing it down works fine. And then you're going to do the same with 2 tiny pieces of white to go in each eye. And this is just where the light is supposed to reflect. So it just gives the eye a bit of a kind of sparkle look, or it makes it come to life more. So once I'm finished with the face, I'm going to stick it onto my body. I know I put it on the body earlier, but I took it off again so I could finish the face. It's easier to work on the face when it's down flat. For the ears, it's up to you how big or small you want to go. I'm going to go for about 3 grams of paste. Just bear in mind, the bigger you go, the more weight there is, the harder it is to keep it onto the head. So I've got 3 grams each in mine. I've just rolled them into little sausage shapes. They're slightly thicker in the middle on each one and thinner at each end. And I'm just going to push 2 little holes into the top of the head. Now you can see my paste on the head is already starting to firm up, so it's pretty hard when I'm pushing those holes in. And then I'm just going to roll the handle of like a paintbrush, something that's nice and smooth, into the middle of these ears. And can you see I haven't gone all the way to the very edges, just kind of rocked it side to side. So it's left each side of my ear a little bit thicker. That'll help keep it a bit more rigid so that hopefully, fingers crossed, they stand upright. And then we'll bring it to a point at the end, pinching it together. It needs to be thin enough that we can insert it into those holes that we've made. So you might want to make the holes bigger, or you might want to thin your ears a bit more if they don't fit. I'm just going to stick a bit of water in there to glue it in place. Once the ear's in, you can press them closed a little bit. So I'm pushing mine firmly around the back of the ears. Just making sure it feels like it's pushed on firmly there. Okay, and I think they look great in different colours, but I am going to add a little bit of pink powder. And this powder is edible. This is the Saracino one. I'm just lightly dusting it with a big dry brush onto the cheek area. You don't have to do this if you don't want. It's not a necessary part. I just think it adds a nice extra bit of detail. I'm also going to add a little bit into the ears. And before it has too much time to set, I'm just going to play around with if I want the ears to stay up straight or whether I want to kind of bend one down a bit. I think I like it bent down. Okay, so let's have a look at if we make the face slightly different, or we make the eye so it's winking. So the face would be made in the same way. It's just whichever eye I want to be closed, I would fill with the same colour as the rabbit I'm making. So this one's a little brown rabbit. Let's give it a brown eye. And because it's winking, when I do the mouth, I'm going to push it up at one side. If you want, you can push the cheek up a bit more by just pressing a bit harder with that balling tool, shoving it up sort of into the eye almost, and then the cheek looks like it's raised. Just helps with it looking like it's winking more. Then I'm going to draw a little curved line across the eyelid and maybe even a couple of wrinkles or creases where the eye would be closed tight just at the side of the eye there. So the rest of the face would be the same, except for just a tiny thin piece of black paste that I've rolled nice and thin. I'm going to put on as like an eyelash line, and that's going to go into that line that I've drawn or pressed into the brown eye. You can add pink to the cheeks again if you want. And exactly the same as before, I'm just going to stick the head onto the body. And you can put the head on with a slight tilt if you want. It doesn't have to be upright. It looks quite cute if it's tilted slightly to the side. And of course, play around with your ear sizes on these as well, guys. You can have bigger bodies, shorter bodies, wider bodies, bigger heads, smaller heads. You know, have a play around with these, see what you come up with. I hope you found this video useful, and keep an eye out for the other videos that I've got for the easy and simple cat toppers, and also the Frenchie dog one too. So that's coming to my YouTube channel very soon. Thanks for watching.